Okay, so the fourth intrinsic valuation method is the discounted cash flow. Well, we already have the 2016 earnings per share and the growth rate. I have the 2014 and the 15 along with the growth rates. That's all I have to do is come up with a forecast. So the students felt that Wells Fargo's earnings per share would grow at 8.5 in 2015, 7.5 in 2016, and then we talked about it, and they took the growth rate projections down to 5.5% in 2017, 5% in 18, 4% in 19, 3% in 2020, and then 1% out to do the terminal year earnings per share that we would use to calculate the terminal value. So that's all we had to do was grow out the earnings per share across the holding period at the different growth rates. Then we figured out the team wanted to use the capital asset pricing model as the discount rate. So we used a 9% in this scenario. We calculated the discount factors, so 1.09 to the 1, 1.09 to the 2, 1.09 to the 3, to the 4, to the 5, and we got the discount factors. So basically we have the cash flows, which are the earnings per share, and we have the discount factors, so we can now apply those and get the discounted cash flows. But first we need to do the terminal value. So we grew out the 2020 earnings per share by 1% to get $5.81. The team felt that the earnings per share could grow into perpetuity, so we used a 1% perpetuity growth rate in the Gordon growth model. They also felt that there would be more risk in the future, and they wanted to reflect that risk by having a higher terminal discount rate. So they added 9, 10, 11, 200 basis points on top of the CAPM 9% to get 11%. Well, 11% minus the 1% gave us a 10% denominator. So we divided the 5.81 divided by the 0.1, and that gave us $58.10 as the terminal value. Then what we do is we add that terminal value to the $5.67 in the last year of the holding period to get total cash flows in 2020 of $63.77. That $63.77 divided by the 1.54 discount factor in the last year gave us $41.41 as the discounted cash flow. Then we discounted the earnings per share by the discount factors for year 4. That came out to be $3.09. $5.29 divided by 1.3 discount factor, $4.07. $5.04 divided by 1.19 discount factor gave us $4.24. And the $4.78 divided by the 1.09 gave us $4.39. Now we just add up the cash flows to get the present value of the earnings per share or the intrinsic stock value using the discounted cash flow, and we came up with $58.01. I would build this into an Excel spreadsheet model and then vary the discount rate, use the 9%, but also run the 8% using the expected return on the market discount rate, and also run it at 7% using the weighted average cost of capital. And then you can decide what discount rate you want to use to generate the intrinsic value, and then use that for the discounted cash flow. Now I'll just sum it all up with the intrinsic value, and then we'll go from there.